If you want a sleek and tough tonneau cover for your 2015 or newer F-150 with a 5.5 or 6.5 foot bed, this TruShield low profile hard tri-fold tonneau cover is a great choice to consider. Now this is perfect for the F-150 owner who either wants to clean up the look at the back of their bed by covering it with a low profile and very sharp looking bed cover, and or for the owner who uses their bed on a day-to-day basis or pretty often and wants some security and protection for their cargo inside. Now while being tough and easy to use, the bed cover is also an affordable choice for a hard tri-fold if you're specifically looking for the features that a hard cover and a tri-fold operation bring to the table, just at a more budget-friendly price point. A bed cover is a great solution to security, protection to your cargo from the elements, and a better appearance for your truck. And this brings all of those features to the table while being very easy to use and fully clamp on for a drill-free or modification-free install. Now this cover is puncture-proof because of the hard panels and locks with the tailgate to make sure that no one that you don't want in your bed can get in. Now the weather-resistant construction and the thick seals around the edges with the addition of drain tubes also make sure to keep the bed and your items dry on the inside. Now the cover also very easily opens with the pull of a cord at the back towards the tailgate, releasing the two pins on either side of the rails. It folds very neatly and very easily and can be secured on the bulkhead just like this, with the two straps if you want to keep it open for larger cargo. Now it even comes with easily removable clamps for the back section if you do want to remove this for any reason for full bed access, making it very easy to pop off and put right back on. Now this system is made of aircraft grade aluminum when it comes to the panels and the frame as well as the rails, making it very durable against the weather and anyone trying to get in, being a very secure construction. Now the aluminum is coated in a matte black finish and the panels here have a textured grain to them, really adding to that heavy duty styling to the cover and to the truck, but the coating is really there to protect the aluminum from the elements and ultimately corrosion over time. The cover also has some notable smaller features like the thick yet plush rubber seals on the outside to keep excessive moisture out, foam blocks on the inside of the folds to prevent any panel-on-panel contact or damage, and adjustable nylon straps to secure the top or the bed cover when it is open. Now the rest of the kit also comes with the necessary hardware as well, like the tough aluminum clamps and rails for the sides of the bed, foam seals, and the smaller hardware for that modification-free install that I mentioned. Now this is about $675 to $850, depending on if you have that 5.5 or 6.5 foot bed. Now regardless of bed size, this is still one of the more affordable options for a hard tri-fold tonneau cover, and while it saves some cash, it doesn't lack in quality with the tough build, easy installation, the low profile look that you may be going for, and the ease of operation. Now I think if you want to meet in the middle when it comes to price, but also don't want a tonneau cover that's lacking any features, this is a great choice to consider for your F-150. Installed very easy. I'm giving it a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and it's not going to take you any longer than an hour in order to get this on the back of your truck. At this point, I am going to hand it over to one of our installers. They're going to show you a detailed breakdown on how you can get this installed in under that hour. So that is going to wrap it up for what I have to say. Let's go ahead and get into the install.
For this install, you will need an impact, 1/4 inch to 3/8 adapter if necessary, 17mm socket, the provided Allen wrench, a pair of angle cutters or scissors. What's up guys, today we're going to be installing a tonneau cover on our F-150, so let's get started. Alright guys, so we're starting off in the bed of the truck, and the first thing you want to grab is your provided weather strip seal. That's going to go on the bulkhead of your bed. Now we have one already in place, so for demonstration purposes we're not going to be installing ours, but doing this at home, you just want to lay this within the footprint of your rails. Then you can mark that end out with your hand and take some scissors or angle cutters, cut that down to size, remove the cover off the adhesive backing, and just stick that in place nice and centered on your bulkhead. So now we've got our rails and the pieces we need to add to our rails up on our tailgate. And the first thing we're going to add is our latch lock. That's going to be on the side of the rail that's going to go closest to the tailgate itself. So that's going to slide into the slots for the channel, like so. And we're just gonna get that slid in Just want to snug down your set screw. We're not going to tighten it just yet because we will need to adjust it. So once we've got that on, we can flip our rail around. Then on this side of the rail, that's going to be the open end, we're going to add in our mounting bracket for our cover itself. Same as our lock. Going to slide into this channel. Once again, we're just going to snug down that set screw. Once you have that on, you can come to that open end and grab your provided drain tube. We're going to get that in place. Make sure that sets in nice and flush. And once you have this side on, you can do the same thing for the other rail. So now that we've got our rails prepped, we're going to set them on our bed rails. Now you want the side with the drain tube to butt up with the bulkhead of your bed. And we're going to take our provided clamps, and you want one towards the tailgate and one towards the bulkhead. That's going to lock in that little channel right there. Go ahead about as far back as we can get it. Now for the time being, we're just going to grab our 17mm socket and snug this down. Then we'll do the same thing for our forward clamp. Once again, we'll get this in position. Snug that down. Now once you have this side on, you can do the same thing for the other side. So now we've got our cover up in the bed, and we're going to get that in position on the bulkhead and lay that onto our rails. Now we're going to fold out the first section of our cover and get our mounting holes lined up with those brackets that we installed onto our rails. Fold this out. It's also a good time to make sure this is nice and even. So now we have mounting holes going through the first panel. We're going to get underneath and line up those brackets. So now coming to our first panel, you can see our mounting hole. We've got the bracket lined up underneath it. We're going to take our supplied mounting bolt, send that through, and we'll do the same thing for the other side. And we'll get under there and add in our washers and our nut. So now we're back underneath, and we're going to install our flat washer and lock washer on our mounting bolt, followed by our hand nut. And once we've got that tight, we can install our supplied cotter pin. Then we'll come back in with our supplied Allen wrench and tighten down our set screw. And then we'll do the same thing for the other side. Now we're going to tighten down our set screw. Then we can repeat this process for the other side. So now while we're under here, we're going to get our drain tubes routed. Now you do have these grommets at the front of your bulkhead. You could drill a hole in them and send your drain tube through. However, for demonstration purposes, we're just going to pop ours out. It's going to come right out like so. And you can send your drain tube down and out of your bed. Then you can do the same thing for the other side. So next we can set our latch locks in position. So we're going to fold over our rear panel. As you can see, our locking mechanism has these dowels. We want these to be centered on our locks. So we'll line those up. And once you get that centered, you can grab your provided Allen wrench and tighten down your set screw. And you can do the same thing on the other side. Now once you've got everything lined up, you want to make sure this closes properly, locks into place. Once you're satisfied with that, we'll come in with our 17mm socket and just give a final tighten down on all of our clamps. And you can do the same thing for the rest of your clamps. Alrighty folks, that about wraps up our review and install of our TruShield low profile hard tri-fold tonneau cover for your 15 to current F-150 with 5.5 foot and 6.5 foot bed. Thanks for watching, and as always, for everything F-150, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.